That's called true altruism. That's what the Buddha mind is. The Buddha mind is a mind, if you have to imagine, a mind that inhabits everybody's mind. Like a lover might inhabit the mind of the beloved for sort of a split second of self-transcendence. Like the mother might totally be the baby in a moment of, or at least be one with the baby. You know, not in the sense of abandoning herself, but just incorporate and embrace being the baby at the same time. Human beings are capable of expansion of identification like that. In karma, in evolutionary policy, mammals as a whole are capable. A Buddha is a being who has gone beyond that mammal, where they've made the whole universe into their womb within which all other life is taking shape. And then, since they feel that, they know the suffering of all those beings. And therefore what is taking shape is those beings groping toward freedom from that suffering, looking for real happiness, which everyone is looking for. But unfortunately we think, I'll be happy when I have 100 billion like Bill Gates. I'll be happy. I'll be happy when I'm president. Like W. I'll be president. I'll have like a good tailor with big shoulder pads. No, I'll have a vice president, Darth Cheney as a vice president. I'll be so happy. Imagine you're a being you are the womb of all life. You feel like that. There's an expression, my favorite expression in Buddhism is Shunyata Karuna Garbham. Voidness, the womb of compassion, which is a description of enlightenment, bodhi, sadhanam, enlightenment in practice. Biru Bishanam, Gambira, profound, little bit intimidating to the timid. Biru Bishanam, to the fearful, to the paranoid. That's what the Buddha mind is like. I know it's preposterous, suppose, that such a state of being where you felt as if you were a membrane, but even a membrane is only an analogy, because you are a membrane and you're the plasma and you're the energy field and the flow of all beings. That's what you feel you are. And so everyone is living in your field, you feel. In fact, everyone is you, living in your field. And then they're all misinterpreting the field they're in as a place of fear and terror and abysses of darkness and nothingness and hells and terrible situations and fearful other beings coming after them. And therefore living in a shell and like frightened and isolated. And you feel them as not needing that at all. But you can't just sort of go and like, sort of just be more energy in them, because then that paranoid way they've structured themselves, feeling a stronger flow of energy in it, would feel like they're going to burst or explode, or they'd be more paranoid. Do you know what I mean? Like those alien implants. You know? Remember those people where the alien comes and implants the pod and then the alien pops out? Just like in normal day in the obstetrician's ward. But everybody freaks out. Of course, a reptile comes out. It's a bit weird. But you know, when my third son was born, first time I ever saw someone actually come out, because they kicked me out of the room and other places, because I was calling for more anesthesia for me. And I saw him come out. He was all blue. He was blue. Danger, you know. My yoga teacher boy was totally blue. And as I was passing out, which the room started spinning, and as I was passing out, the thought came in my mind, well, we'll just say he's baby Krishna. I'm not going to tell the neighbors, never mind. It's just baby Krishna, we'll have a blue one, it's okay. Then he all turned pink and they smacked him and he yowled, you know, and all that. And then pushed a chair under me as I sat down. So if he'd been a reptile, I don't know what I would have thought. Well, we'll say he's a dragon. King George reincarnated. So okay, back to, now, like, enough fun. Back to it. So, skillful evolutionary action or unskillful evolutionary. There's 3 paths of skillful evolutionary action having to do with the body. physical, at the coarsest level. Don't kill people is the first. And save lives. They're both put in negative and positive way. It is unskillful to kill people or beings of any kind. All beings are people. So don't kill them. Why do you kill people? You kill people because, or you kill beings because you think the being is something different than yourself. And that either it's a threat to you, or it's something you can use in a dead form. Or its possessions, its body, its skin, its meat, its flesh, its bones, blood, its property, whatever it is, its territory, you can use, so you kill it. And you think by killing it, you've eliminated it from the universe. And that's unskillful because that increases your sense of separateness from other things. It hardens you into being unfeeling about the reality. You see, it's the opposite of that Buddha mind. You follow me? The mind where you are the other being. You see? It's where you're definitely not, and that being you can therefore destroy and use any way you want. So that's unskillful because it isolates you more and more from other beings when you're in the habit of killing beings. You follow me? And saving the lives of beings, even as an annoying being, even whatever it is, you save lives, that's affirming your connection to those beings. It's broadening your being. It's moving you toward that ultimately blissful state of where you feel connected to all the universe. You feel you are all the universe. But not all the universe in some simple-minded mystic way where you and the universe have disappeared in some sort of alternative oneness, which is the misapprehension of what nirvana is, or of what samadhi is, or whatever people are calling it. Or Brahmahood. You know, you see just somewhere else. You and everyone else somewhere else, so it's all they're an illusion. That's a cheap cop-out from the Buddha's point of view. This is a oneness where you're one and yet completely sensitive to and responsible to all the subtle differentiations that other beings, to other beings, are still absolute. The difference between themselves and others are absolute. To you, they're only relative, those differences, and you realize they're just arbitrary in a way, and they're mind-created, and they're exaggerated by the beings, and that's the source of the being's suffering. But to the beings, you realize they really feel the difference. So you're aware of that. This is, of course, hard to understand. It's like you are both the screen and you're the film projected on the screen, the movie on the screen. You're both. You're aware of being the screen, which is just a vast, void, free space, and you're aware of all the differentiation within the space. You follow me? And yet you know that it's just a projection in a way. You don't see each one as an absolute thing in itself, as the beings themselves are seeing themselves. You follow me? So killing is the primary way of reaffirming your isolation from other beings and their isolation for you. You kill when you think you're getting rid of them in the universe. In a Buddhist view, why is it really serious not to kill? Because you can't get rid of other beings. There's no way you can deprive them of their body. They're still there. They're continuum. And since you killed them in the last life, they get reborn near you, mad as hell. Because you killed them in your last life. Now, they don't remember, because we have traumatic shock forgetting in the death-rebirth cycle. Unless we're ordinary beings, too. But they subliminally feel it. You know that person you meet, and you just can't stand them the first instant. You're frightened of them right away. They probably wasted you hundreds of times in a previous life. And here they come again, but you don't consciously know. Just like love at first sight. That was your beloved in the previous time. Definitely. Many times. According to their view. You follow me? So it's not like somebody says, don't kill because I'm the boss and I'm going to punish you. It is, if you kill, it's unskillful. And you create a stronger wall of isolation between you and the world.